Alright, so let's see. Leeds got another challenge. So this challenge is the 14th day challenge, and the question is perform string shifts. First, let's understand the question. Okay, you are given a string S containing lowercase English letters and a matrix shift where shift I equal direction comma amount, and direction can be 0 for the left shift, 1 for the right shift. Amount is the amount by which string S is to be shifted. A left shift means remove the first character of a string and append to the end, and similarly right shift means remove the last character of the string S and add to the beginning. Okay, return the final string after all operations. Okay, let's see the example. So we have this ABC. In the ABC, okay, in the ABC, the shift operations are, okay, first we have 0, and 0 means the left shift, right? So the left shift means remove the first character and append that in the last, in the end of the string. So when we remove the first character A, and now it's going to come to the B, C and A. Okay, that's for this shift operation, and then we move only one character since we have 1. And 1 comma 2 means, 1 means, what is the one? Right shift. Right shift means what? Means remove the last character. So we are going to remove the last character from this string. Okay, we are removing the last character from this string, and then how many characters? Last 2 characters, which is CA, and we are going to append that with the remaining characters, which is only B. So CAB is the final string we are going to return after the following 2 operations, right? Let's look at the other example. Okay, so this one is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and we have a collection of shift operations. The first one is 1 comma 1, which means we are going to take this. The 1 means what? Right, we are going to the right, we are going, 1 means shift to right by 1, right? So we are going to get the right character first, and then move it to the front, and then again we are going to get the next character, because again the 1 we had, and then move to the first FG, and then 0 means we are going to get the first 2 characters and then put them back, and then finally 1 comma 3 means we are going, so here you see we get the initial string after these 2 operations, right? And then finally 1 comma 3 means again we are going to get these 3 characters and then append this into the front of the string. And you may see one pattern here in this example, right? The pattern is, so when we are doing here the 1 shift by right, and then again 1 shift by right, and then finally 2 shift by left, that brings the previous strings what we have, right? So rather than every time you are just swapping the string, we could write a code to finalize whether it's in the end we are going to have a right shift or the left shift. And also we can see how many characters we are going to do the either right or left shift, right? So let's make it clear. I'm going to just write in a notepad, and then it will make more sense. So what I'm saying is, in our previous example we have this string, right? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, right? So we had 1 comma 1. Let me make sure that's the one we had. Give me a okay. Okay, 1 second. Okay, so we had 1 comma 1, 1 comma 1, right? So okay, so we had 1 comma 1. So and then again again 1 comma 1 1 and then 1 comma 0 comma 2. Right, so what I'm trying to say is if it's 1, that means shift to the right by one character, right shift. So here we are doing right shift by one character, and again again the right shift by one character here. So totally we did so far 2 right shift, right? So if I show you here, initially after the right shift we are going to have F A B C D E, right, A B C D E F, yeah, and that's after the first right shift. And then after the second right shift we are going to take this one and then put it here. This is after the second right shift, and here left shift is going to do what? Here left shift of 2 characters. So what's going to do, we are going to take these first 2 characters and put it in the end, right? So I'm going to take these 2 characters and then put it in the end. So that's what I'm trying to say. So when we have like a several right shift and several left shift operation, what we can do is we can add all the number of strings, number of strings we are going to perform, number of characters we are going to perform in the right shift, and then all the left shift characters, and then we could see whether it's a right shift or the left shift, and then based on that we could perform only one shift operation in the string. Okay, and also one more thing we gotta do here. Okay, so what I was saying is earlier was we are going to have initially a 0, right? If it's right shift I'm going to add plus for this one. Okay, so like in this example initially count is 0, right? So then count plus 1, okay, for the first right shift, and the second right shift again count plus 1. So technically now the count is going to be what? 2. Count is equal to 2, right? Here the count is 2, and then finally, like whenever I have the left shift I'm going to do the subtraction, right? So I'll be just doing count minus 2. So here I put plus 1 because we have the one character. Here I am doing minus 2 because we are doing the left shift 2 characters. So right, so it's equal to, now we have 0. Count is going to be 0 because here the count is 2 and then count minus 2 is 0. So initially after we check all the elements, we know the count is going to be 0. That means there is no need to do any shift operations, right? And that's the idea. Rather than just doing so many times the substring operations, we could do only one time after we do this calculation. And also let's revise the substring operations real quick. Okay, so let's see. We have string s. Okay, the string s is a b c d e f g. Okay, that's the string we have. And then if I do string s1 is equal to s substring 2, okay, start index. So there are 2 ways you can do substring operation. Only one with you can pass either one start index, or in the second case you can pass the start index and end index. So if I do this only with the start index, and when I am printing it, okay, when I am printing it I'll be getting, okay, so 0 1 2, I'll be getting inclusive this index 0 1 2. Okay, so from second index till the end of the string I'll be getting. Okay, and then if I do string s2 is equal to s dot substring, let's say 0 comma 2. Okay, so here I am passing the start index and the end index. Okay, so when we pass the end index exact value is exclusive, which means I'll be getting 0 1, not the second index here, not the second index value. That's what I said, it's exclusive. So let me make sure one more time you get the point. So here 0th index, first index, second index, third index, fourth index, fifth index, sixth index, right? And then what I am doing is, when I am doing the s dot substring 2, I'll be getting the strings from C, D, E, F. Here the second index is inclusive. When I pass the start index, only start index. When I pass the start and end index, the end index is exclusive in the result, which means I won't be getting the second index character from the string. So I'll be getting only A, B, right? Okay, so with this, let's go to the question. Okay, now, as I mentioned, first we have a number of shifts, and then if you look at the shifts, the way they are giving is the first index from the shift is going to specify whether it's a right shift or the left shift, and the second index value is going to be number of characters, right? So first I'm going to say int count is 0, right? And then for int I is equal to 0, I less than shifts is the shift dot length, and then I plus plus. Right, and here I am going through in the nested list. I am going through one by one list, right? Okay, and then what I'm going to do is first end. I need to see whether it's the left index or the right index. Okay, I mean left shift or the right shift. That's what I meant. So end type of shift is equal to shift of I, and the 0th index element is going to be saying what type of shift is this one. So if you look at the 0th index is the one, and then 0th index is the one going to say whether it's the right shift or the left shift. Okay, so 0 for the left shift, 1 for the right shift. Okay, so I'm going to just go ahead here and then say if type of shift is equal to 0, that means we are going to the left shift, right? So let's make sure I am not switching the order. Okay, let's see here real quick. Okay, direction 0 can be left shift, 1 can be right shift. Okay, so since it's 0, this is a left shift here, right? So if it's left shift, what I'm going to do is, and then here I'm going to do this too, int number of characters, okay, which is going to be shift of I of first index. So that's where we are saying how many characters we are going to shift left or right, right? And then like I said in the previous example, I am going to be just, if it's a left shift, I am going to just add the value. Okay, so I am going to just add that number of characters to this count, and else that means we are going to have a right shift. So what I'm going to do now, if it's right shift, I am going to just subtract the number of characters. Okay, and then when I am coming out from this loop, when you're coming out from this loop, this count is going to be either positive or negative, right? And if it's positive, we know it's a left shift. If it's negative, we know it's right shift. If it is 0, then we know there does no need to be doing any shift operations, right? So let's do that. If count is equal to 0, okay, I'm going to be returning S. Else, if count is wait, just okay, just hide this too, then I can have more space. Okay, now now the count is not 0, then I'm going to check that out. If count is less than 0, if count is less than 0, if count is less than 0, then we know that's going to be a right shift. Right shift. The first thing what we gotta do is int number, wait, count is equal to math dot absolute value of count. Okay, and else we know now this is going to be the left shift, right? And now, okay, let's see what we're going to do. If it's left shift, we are going to get string from front or back. Okay, wait a second. So let me see. Okay, 0 means left shift, and left shift means remove the first character of a string and append it to the end. Okay, I'm going to just copy this for my reference here. Okay, so left shift. Okay, left shift means remove the first character of the string and append it to the end. Okay, so now we know we are going to remove the count number of characters from the string. So because we first, let's recap real quick before we go to the substring operation. So here what we did, we just trying to figure out whether it's the left shift or right shift. Okay, we did that, and then we know how many characters we are going to perform the left or right shift operation. And then here we know we are going to the left shift, and insert of left shift by 1 means we are going to remove first character, but in our case we are going to remove the count number of characters. Okay, so okay, so first thing I am going to have string first left part is equal to, okay, so 1 means remove the first character, right? So we are going to remove the first characters of count number of characters from the beginning. Okay, so s dot substring count. So what this does is going to, if we take the example, like if we take this example ABC, the below method what gonna do, if the count is 1, we are going to have only A, excuse me, BC, we are going to have BC, right? So what we gotta do is left shift means remove the first character, right? So we are going to remove the first character. How we can remove the first characters? And we know the count is 2. Okay, when the count is 2 and we are going to remove, so let's see. Okay, so we are going to remove the first character. So string dot length minus count is going to give us, so we not count, if say for example if the count is 1, okay, and we know the length, wait a second. Okay, so what's happening right now, if we are getting the length here the length is 3 and then the count is 1, just for an example, when the count is 1, length is 3, and we are going to do the substring for two characters, which is 3 minus 1 2. So I'll be getting these two strings, and then so here I can get the BC. If I am doing this length, length, and if I am doing only the count, I'll be getting only the last string. Okay, so what I'm thinking is, let's remove the first if I want to remove the first few characters, I could do start index 0 minus end index count. That is going to remove. I was just trying to figure out how we can get the first remove the first characters. Okay, and so in this case I'm going to remove the 0th index. Let's see if it's 1. I'm going to remove the first character, and then we are going to have here, this one is going to have, if it's ABC and we are removing the first character, it's going to have 1A, and then string second left part. Okay, second left part is going to be s dot substring. Now what I'm going to get, so I got the first character, okay, and then I need to get the last two character from that part. Okay, so what I can do is here substring from so first index till the end, from count. Start index is this one, start index is count, and then end index is going to be s dot ph. Okay, so in this case I'll be getting, if we're having this string ABC, okay, and then here this one is going to remove 0th index to till the count. If the count is 1, we won't be getting the first index, we will get till the first index, so we'll be getting only A here, and in this case count is 1, okay, and then the length is 0 1 2 3, so 1 to 3, so 3 won't be coming, so 1 to 2 0 1 2, so we'll be getting B comma C here, B comma C, right? And then finally then we can return second string part plus first left part string. Okay, so in this case we will be getting that the left shift operations part done. Okay, else let me see. Okay, left shift means remove the first character of S. So here we have count number of characters, we need to remove those characters from the beginning, which is from here, this is the first left, and then append that into the end. And then how do we get the characters, the remaining characters? We are going to go count, and then from count to till the length, that's going to give the second half, and then we are going to get the second half first and then first half in the last. That's the left shift. Okay, now the right shift, that's going to be let's see the right shift. Okay, right shift by 1 means remove the last character and add it to the beginning. Okay, let me go here. Alright, so here what we're going to do is string first right part is equal to remove the last character of the so here we need to remove the let me just bring up the same example. Okay, here let me bring up the same example and see how we can do that, right? Okay, so here what we're gonna do is if the count is equal to 1, that means remove the last character. I need to get the last character and then append that to the remaining. So I need to split here. Okay, how do I split from here? So I know that if I can do the length, if I do the count, 0, oh it's 0. So if it's okay, so if I am going to get the last character and then first two character, so I can do this. First right part is going to be s dot substring, let me see, if I am starting 0 comma s dot en length minus count. So what's going to give? So here the length is 3, 3 minus 1 is 2, and then so we are going to get 0, 1. So we'll be getting the first right part here, and the second right part is going to be, so this method is going to give me what? This method is going to give me a comma b, right? And then string is second right part is equal to s dot substring. Let's see, now I need to get okay, I need to get, if it's count 1, I need to get s dot length minus count. So what we are going to get here, length is 3, 3 minus count is 1. I'll be getting two characters. 3 minus 1, 2. Length is 3, okay, and then count is 1. I'll be getting from the second index 0, 1, 2. So in this case I'll be getting only C. Okay, so let's make sure we are following this example. The first right part here, if the count is 1, okay, I need to get these two first in the first right part. 0, 2, length minus count, which is going to be length is 3, count is 1. Just for an example, I'm saying count is 1. Okay, if count is 1, length is 3, 3 minus 1 is 2, 0 to 2, we have a string 0, 1, and then 2, so 2 second index is exclusive, so we will be getting AB. Second right part here, length is 3 and then count is 1, so 3 minus 1 is 2. We will be getting inclusive, because here we are giving the start index only, that index is inclusive, so we will be getting from second index to till the end of the string, which is only C. And then I'll be return second right part plus first right part. Okay, so let's make sure this is the second right part is C, first right part is AB, and then okay, BCA. Okay, this one is BCA. Here we are getting BCA, and then this one is okay. So this is how we can do the substring operations, right? And then one more thing we got to pay attention to, that is what if the count is larger than the given string length, right? So in that case, we got to do one more checkup here. If count is if count is greater than the given string dot and length. Okay, if it's greater than this, then the count is going to be equal to count mod string dot length, right? And in this case we won't have the issue about going to find the index which is outside of string length, right? And the same goes here too. Okay, and I think this should be the code. Let's run the code and then wait. I think I accidentally typed the bracket here. Okay, let's run the code and see if there are any mistakes we made or not. Okay, running the code, pending, shift over. The length should be SHIFTLENGTH. Okay, LENGTH length. Okay, let me see. Okay, so this is what giving the expected answer we need. And let me do one more example real quick, which is this one, right? And I'm going to copy the shift one here, copy, and then custom test case, copy, and then control V, and then I'm going to go ahead and then type this A B C D F G. Okay, A B C D F G. F G, and then run the code. Okay, E F G A B C D, E F G A B C D. Perfect. Let's do one more sanity check. I'm going to just add character length, which is, let's say, 9. Okay, run the code. That is higher than the characters we have here. We have here 3 plus 3, 6, 7. Yeah, so okay, so F G A B C D E, F G A B C D E. So this is how we can solve this shift string operation. So yeah, this just pay attention to this part. This is what we got to be really cautious. We are doing what kind of string we are shopping, and we are shopping that we are cutting the string. That's we are just pay attention to that. And let's look at the time and space complexity real quick. Okay, time complexity. Let's see the code we are doing what. Okay, so here we are going through the whole length of this array to find out whether is it the left shift or right shift we are going to perform in the end. So this is the end, n number of elements we have. So because of n, we are going only one iteration of the loop here, and then here we have if else, and yeah, I am okay, and then here just we are performing if else operations and then substring operations. And so the time complexity for this operation is going to be big O of n. Only one time we are iterating the whole list of elements, and then we are performing the substring operations, and then space complexity is going to be big O of 1, because we are not using any of the extra arrays or anything. We are just using 4 separate strings for returning the final string. Then that we have some integer variables, and we didn't create any separate arrays or any other. We didn't use any other data structures to hold these values. So the time complexity is going to be big O of n. Space complexity is going to be big O of 1. And please let me know if you find any corrections or if anything doesn't make sense. And thanks a lot. This is it for today.